U.S. team. 71-60. Shot is good by Danny. So Manning, only 2 points in 3 minutes of play in the first half, has scored 3 quick baskets in the 73-60, biggest U.S. lead. Schmidt, rebounded by Grayer of the U.S. and he throws it away.
Backcourt, the referee does not have to handle the ball. There's a substitution already waiting to go in. That's why the horn goes.
17 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in this game, and Brazil has called a timeout. Little surprising. Normally we don't see teams take timeouts this early in a half.
Ball player cannot call timeout. Only a coach can call timeout.
We do have a timeout here, and we'll be back to basketball after a message from your local station. 77-62, the U.S. in its biggest lead of the game. Smith again on the fly on the U.S. break. They're 3-on-2. Marley to the hoop. Good. Here's another one of those U.S. runs. It's 79-62. 22 points off the break for the U.S. team.
But they're not doing it off turnovers. They're doing it off missed shots.
David Robinson has picked up his 3rd foul. He's on the bench as Oscar misses a 3. And J.R. Reed has come in to replace him. Vic Toledo commits the foul. And here's a look at Charles Smith on the fast break for the U.S.
He's a water bug.
Pretty shot.
Yeah, he floats the ball. He had to, because Andre Day is 6'9". Had to put it high.
Point guard play was one of the question marks on this team, but so far in the Olympic basketball tournament, it's been very good. Bimbo Coles and Charles Smith.
Excellent. We've gone to a 3-2 zone here.
Smith floats it over the zone to Marley. Marley with a 3. Dan Marley with 9 points. It's 82-62. Quickly, the U.S. has opened up 20 on Brazil. So the U.S. bidding to break this one wide open now. And let's see if Brazil starts to go to Oscar. He's taken a buffeting from that U.S. defense. Souza pushing off against Manning, but Manning called for the personal foul, and that will be his 3rd. Danny Manning with 3, David Robinson with 3, and that strength on the U.S. baseline is out in foul trouble.
I believe that Coach John will take Manning out. Yes, here comes Charles Smith.
He'll come into the game at the next opportunity. Souza, 3-point shot is no good, and rebounded by the U.S. And Bimbo Coles goes up and draws the foul. He'll step to the line. 82-62. Let's go back to Bryant Gumbel. Left to play, it's the U.S. 100 and Brazil 79.
Brazil has just stopped rebounding, especially on the defensive board.
That'll go back to Brazil with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Well, yesterday you predicted the U.S. would beat Canada by 25. Looks like you were just 1 day off on your prediction. You think they looked past the Canadian team to this match with Brazil?
No, I think that Canada and Jack Donahue, the coach, used the right system to break the pressure with Eli Pasquale.
J.R. Reed, who's done a great job off the U.S. bench today, jumping against Paulo Almeida of Brazil, and the U.S. control.
Now we're in a delayed game now, Tom. That means they'll pass the ball and cut the other way. See the 4 corners? So if they end up crossing each other, 2 men can double team. There's an opening for a layup.
Marley missed it, and here comes Oscar the other way for Brazil. Oscar with a pass. That'll make headlines in Rio de Janeiro.
John Thompson did not want Marley to take that shot. What you're doing now is playing against the clock, not against Brazil. Now here's the 4 corners again. They will not cross. They'll pass the ball and kick it back out again. Here it comes out again. Fade away from each other so they can't be double teamed. Take it down to about 7 seconds, then take a shot.
Backdoor try. Marley with a diving attempt. Can't get it. Here comes Brazil. Oscar, by the way, has 28 points. We repeat, he had 46 as the U.S. lost to Brazil in the Pan Am Games a year ago. So the defense on Oscar has been effective today. He was averaging 40 points in Olympic competition coming into today.
Nice baby hook that time by Ferreira.
A minute left. It's 100-83.
Dean Smith made this famous.
Richmond is called for double dribble. That's a U.S. turnover. John Thompson looks out on the floor, and he still is calling for pressure defense. 56 ticks of the clock remaining. Oscar with 28 today. Our Oscarometer shows in front court 24 touches, 13 shots, and only 4 passes. He did have an assist on the last time down court. Tapped in by Oscar. That's number 30. 15-point lead as time ticks down to the 30-second mark. And as we look back on it, the key play of the game was just before the halftime horn. Bimbo Cole for that score. Just before halftime, Stacey Augmon had a steal and a slam to put the U.S. up 63-55. That turns out to be the key play of the game as the U.S. breaks it open in the second half. 18 seconds left and a foul. Danny Manning with his 4th foul of the game. Thompson with congratulations all around. This was a big game for the U.S., their biggest in preliminary round play. Ferrara committed the foul. The big three, you said, had to score 80. They have been held to 30 for Oscar. So what, 49 points total.
49, Tom. So they're 31 away from it. And also they did not foul anyone out on the baseline. For them to win.
Almeida hit the free throw, and he'll have one more. (102-87), 15 seconds left. The U.S. men will rack up their 3rd win in preliminary play, and Brazil will go to 2-1. The next game for the men will be against China, and the U.S. women in action in about 24 hours. And they'll take on their toughest foe in preliminary play in Yugoslavia. John Thompson's team playing well, especially in the second half. The pressure defense finally got them going, and they win it over Brazil 102-87. You have to be impressed this time as the U.S. team, with a shaky game against Canada, came back against a tougher Brazilian team to win it by 102-87. J.R. Reed off the bench with 16 points was the leading scorer for the U.S. team. And Oscar Schmidt had 30 to lead all scorers in the game. So here are the way the standings look now in Pool B. The U.S. goes to 3-0. Brazil falls to 2-1. China and Spain 1-1 each. And Canada and Egypt at 0-2.
Home in Phoenix, and also built the ring that's in the backyard at what they call the 9th Street.